Normally when we have a chord, we have the first, the third, and the fifth. So in a case of C major, we have C, E, and G. And normally in a chord, the root is the lowest pitched note in the chord. So for example, if I played a C major on my guitar, the lowest pitched note is this C note right here. And the rest is higher pitched. That's higher pitched. That's higher pitched. Okay, so the rest of the notes in the chord are all higher pitched than the root note. But when we talk about inversions, what we're going to be doing is taking either the third or the fifth, and we're going to make one of those two the lowest note in the chord. It's still going to be the triad. Like for example with C, if we took C, E, and G, it's still going to be a C major chord. We're just going to have one of these two as the lowest note of the chord. Alright, so I'm just going to get on with some of the definitions. This is the best way to do it. I'm just going to give you the definitions of first and second inversions, and then we're going to go how to do them. We're going to go over how to do them. So the first inversion is when you take the third and you put it in the bass. So the third is in the bass. What does in the bass mean? It just means it's the lowest pitched note in the chord. A second inversion, all that is when the fifth is in the bass. Okay. So what does this mean? I have a piano keyboard. This is going to help you visualize it a little bit better. On the guitar, you have to kind of shimmy your way around a little bit. But anyway, if we wanted to make a third inversion of a C major chord, C, E, and G, okay, the third of a C major chord is E, right here. And if we wanted to make the third the lowest note in the chord, what we could do is we could just move the C note right here up here to where the other C note is. Okay, so we're just going to take this out, and now C is up here, and E, which is the third, is now the lowest note in the chord. So we just made a C major chord with a first inversion. Okay? And, okay, so that's it. That's it for first inversion. And then the second inversion is when the fifth is in the bass. The fifth of a C major chord is G. So all we're going to be doing is, this time we're just going to be taking the fifth and we're just going to move it into the bass. So we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to put it here, where this G is. So we just made a C major chord, second inversion. Okay, that's all inversions are. And that's pretty much all there is to them. Is you're just taking one of the notes that aren't the root, and you're just going to put it in the bass. So I'm going to erase this, and you can write that down. You can back it up and write it down. Okay. So for example, if on a guitar you'd have to shimmy your way around a little bit. On the piano it's a lot easier to figure out. But on a guitar you have to know your notes. So this is pretty close. Good. Okay, so this is a C major chord. So this is C major chord. And in a C major chord, what did we say the fifth was? It was a G. We're going to be doing a second inversion for the first time. So, second inversion of a C major chord. A G note is right here. Third fret of the low E string. So that's a G note. So all we're going to be doing is taking the C major chord and playing a G as the bass. So we're just going to kind of move this over to play this G, and then this pinky is going to play the C. And that's a C major chord with a second inversion. A third inversion is when the E is in the bass. An E note is just open low E. So we're just going to play the C major chord with the E in the bass. And this is how this sounds. Okay, there's tons of songs with examples like this. Paul Simon's, or Simon and Garfunkel's America, regular C. And this is a G first inversion, where the third is in the bass, this B note. Okay, so there's, and you can go over all these. You can go over all these if you want to. There's that song by Gortya. There's Eyes Wide Open by Gortya. It's spelled Gotye. He's the artist of that hit, Somebody That I Used to Know. But his song Eyes Wide Open uses inversions, and he actually uses a capo, but I'll play it down here real quick. It's just. These are all inversions. Alright, so, and I have a video on how to play that one, but now I want to go over how to read these, and you read them as slash chords. They're called slash chords. Actually, we'll do that in the next video. This video is getting too long, so thanks for watching. Please stick around for the next video, and subscribe for more theory videos, and if you have any questions, comment or send me a personal message on YouTube. Thanks for watching.